Hi and welcome to Real Reviews. My name's Martin Carr and today I'm going to be talking about The Book of Solutions, which was another film I saw at the London Film Festival, written and directed by Michel Gondry. Anyone who knows the name will know it from the Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet movie, The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So anyone who was on board with that might be on board with this. Let's get into it, shall we? Right, so The Book of Solutions is about a filmmaker called Marc Becker, played by Pierre Niney, who basically he submits his 4-hour unfinished film to his financiers in the first 5 minutes of this film, and they're not happy. And this sets up a chain of events, which means Marc and his ensemble of editor, producer and intern run from the building, clutching the negatives, and disappear into a farmhouse in the middle of rural France. What then ensues is a sort of it's slapstick. It's anarchic in terms of it's comedy, but it's a comedy of errors and compounding situations. And it feels very haphazard. It is quite funny, but a lot of that comes down to our audience will find it funny because they either are going to like Marc as a character, or they're going to detest him with all their hearts, with a passion, and because of that, people aren't going to like the film. I mean, it literally is that divisive. And Michel Gondry, who has said, if anybody, people who remember Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is, for me, it was a landmark film I really loved. There is the same sort of haphazard sense of improvisational creativity, which is going on within the Book of Solutions. And it goes off on multiple different tangents, all over the place, oftentimes at the same time. So I'm guessing maybe the question to ask is this any good? You know, is this something which people are going to want to invest in and see through to the bitter end? So let's do that next. So as I said in the previous segment, it very much depends on whether or not the audience connects and finds the creativity of Marc Becker, the filmmaker, to be either he's an interfering nuisance with extreme OCD elements and sort of, is he psychologically unbalanced? Is he a genius? That's sort of the question which keeps coming up throughout the Book of Solutions, at least it did for me. But it is funny. It is funny in a very sort of European way. I think, and again, that's not a blanket term. It's the juxtaposition of the situation in comparison to what's coming out through the dialogue and how the acting is coming together. It does feel very French in that regard. But for my money, I really liked it. I think Pierre Niney is incredibly good. I also think that Blanche Gardin as Charlotte is excellent, and the exasperation of the assembled ensemble who gather around this filmmaker really do make the Book of Solutions worth the investment, worth the time, and worth the effort to track down. If you can't see it in a cinema when it hits cinemas, or then track it down on a streaming service. It might end up on Mubi. So MUBI, not the Kevin Smith fictional brand. So that might be worth tracking down. It might be worth having a look there, I think. So let's move on to the rating, shall we? Let's do that. So because of the, shall we say, the peerless performance of Pierre Niney as Marc Becker, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I like Michel Gondry's new film. I do. After years of him collaborating with various musicians, doing music videos and short films and other bits and pieces, I think he hasn't actually had a film out for about 10 years. This is it's refreshing, and it feels very much like something he would create. some people would look at it and go, oh, this is hugely indulgent, blah, 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 blah. He's just waffling on about the filmmaking process. It's true to a degree that is the case, but actually this is done with a tremendous amount of heart, and it's quite endearing in certain elements, I think. So I think Book of Solutions is worth a 4 out of 5 on the big old 5 scale, and it's well worth tracking down when it comes on general release. So keep your eyes out for that. And on that note, I'm going to move on and do the trailer. Right, so you've reached the end of the trailer, the review for the Book of Solutions, which I was lucky enough to see at the London Film Festival, and hopefully it will get a UK release in good time. So if you've liked the video, then be sure and click on the thumb and give me a like. If you would like to drop something in the comment box, like a comment, that would be great. Failing that, you can always subscribe, and then every Tuesday, every Saturday when I drop another video, then you can just jump in, listen to or watch as much as you wish, and then go about your day. And on that note, take care, talk soon, and happy watching, I guess. Yeah.